But we've got to say anyway, Fnatic are heavy favorites here. NiP would have to play a pretty mind-blowing game to win this particular map, so let's see if that's going to be the case. They'll start on the CT side at least, which could and could not be a good thing. It depends a little bit on how good their B-bombs... Actually, I think it depends entirely on how good their B-bomb side defense is.
And whether they can maintain the pace, but Fnatic T-side, they are just like a juggernaut. Oh! It was all right. Flusha, down to half HP. Thought for a moment that would be brutal, but, bullets will do the trick too. Forest, get right, racking up frags, and allu even decides to chime in, and he drops the bomb in front of Connector as well. This is when life gets a little bit tricky here for Fnatic, and it really is going to fall apart quick. JW, last man alive here, down to half HP, hoping to be able to pull off this 1v3. He needs to hit nothing but headshots if he wants to make this happen, and there's the first one. Takes out friberg, but he's down to 10 HP now, and he's pinned behind the truck. And he can't just hop in this truck and run these fools over. No Anders, he doesn't have the keys. He has to do it the hard way.
Yeah, that would be the GTA approach. JW, he really desperately wants it. You could. Oh no. Okay, I thought for a moment that was the only gun that was there. That would have been hilarious, but obviously he's pressing his use key to try and pick up that pistol up there. Anyway, great round from NiP. That initial grenade was obviously massive. I kind of wish we could see that from third-person perspective. But either way, we do also see Get Right sort of shooting at least one guy through the smoke and doing good damage to another. So successful start for the NiP team.
And straight into a force buy we go for Fnatic. They're not willing to let this go.
With 3 smokes.
3 smokes. So they are going to just look to cut everything up. They're waiting out the anti-rush nades in case they were going to come in. And now they have all the smokes necessary. A little bit of miscommunication there on NiP, using 2 smokes for the same purpose. That's not ideal. But now they've got it set up. olofmeister with the P250 in his favorite spot over here on Plateau, looking to see if he can't find somebody. And there we go. Peeks out. Spots exist in Henhouse.
And is allowed to fight him for a long time without any interruption. This is a bit of an interesting scenario, really. friberg is going to go down. Xizt still in the back lines here. Get Right missing some shots that looked like they should have been easy against Dennis. Now allu here with the P90 close range drops the bomb carrier. So bomb is here, and that means everybody else from NiP is going to be rotating in. allu with the second kill as well. Xizt still back here, very low on health. Forest with the UMP and a second one. And NiP will come out on top anyway. Looked scary for a moment.
No doubt. That definitely looked a little bit too close for comfort. But allu doing a remarkable job, not overcommitting, just putting those bullets out there, making them count, and playing around the pillar. And then Xizt staying alive in Henhouse as well, doing a fantastic job of baiting out his teammate, making sure that allu couldn't get backstabbed, even though somehow a man did make it onto the site and nearly did just that. So NiP, a little bit of a touch-and-go situation there, but they managed to withstand the storm. That's why what's so scary now in CSGO, just how things have evolved. Teams have gotten so good with these force buy pistol rounds. You win the pistol, yeah, great. That used to be the big hurdle. After that, you're like, okay, I can relax a little bit. We're going to go into 2 rounds where we're just going to wreck them, and it'll be fine, right? It's not until the 4th round that we have to worry. That's not the case anymore. You see just how close it can get.
And Get Right almost got took down then. The counter boost that was coming up there from drop. Grenades raining in, and the 3rd round here. I mean, Fnatic shouldn't be able to do too much damage, but it still sort of feels like they are at least scary NiP back a little bit on the map and forcing themselves to get a little bit closer here.
Oh, nice dodge by flusha. I mean, this is still going to be. This is the round that NiP are kind of rubbing their hands together in glee, right? Because they've got Glocks and P250s to deal with. This should be a perfect round to just farm up money with these SMGs with the shotgun as well. friberg up close with the MP9. There to greet JW. Closes the angle out, and now should be able to hold the line, no problem at all. Although he is expending quite a few bullets doing it. Everybody with the SMG picking up a frag right now. 3 for Forest with that UMP, and friberg goes in for the last one with the MP9. An ideal round for NiP. Making the investment into those SMGs. Those are the guys that they want getting kills.
And no bomb plant, I think, so far, is there, for Fnatic?
No, not in both, not in any of these rounds.
So they are going to be missing a bit of money, but I'll see for how far that's going to stop them. They've got the AKs here. Lack of money means no AWP, which is, I think, not a requirement on the T side. You don't have to have it, but it gives you some more options to play a little bit differently.
That's true, that's true. Oh, early nade. Not doing quite as much damage as I thought there to KRIMZ, but still, any little bit helps. There's the smoke down to give olofmeister the ability to walk out here onto Plateau and start looking for somebody, but nobody holding out in the open for NiP, so he's going to have to be patient and wait for somebody to get impatient on the NiP side, make a mistake, and overextend.
Forest here. I mean, look at what NiP have held on to. 1 max 7, 1 UMP, 1 P90. We talked about no AWP, but I mean, it's not like NiP have great equipment either in that case, but it's apparently enough. Geralt landing apparently every single pellet from that shotgun right in Dennis' face.
That was pretty brutal to watch.
Yeah, it's gonna, you know, it's gonna take a while of the ER to get all of them out, you know, one at a time. No fun.
Oh. Well, Xizt playing it safe. He should be falling back to hen house. But there's the setup smoke, basically, to block off connector. And now we get to have a little bit of fun over here on the B side. Fnatic, they're getting ready to just come barreling out onto Plateau, and Xizt is there to greet them. He will get traded by KRIMZ. Effective hold there so far, though. 1 for 1. That's going to slow him down enough for friberg to get in position, and he drops the bomb up on Plateau as well. So this is going to get real tricky now for flusha. He's going to be exposed to trying to jump up there. And the backstab is already coming in, so it's actually an impossible situation for flusha. He comes in pre-firing, though. What a read from the in-game leader for Fnatic. He knew exactly what was up. He nearly pulls that off as well.
Yeah, that would have been nice if he could have... I mean, even just picking up the kill would have been pretty big here, but, yeah. Wow. The range... I feel like the range on the Max 7 still sometimes surprises me. I somehow forget that it actually can be pretty effective at range.
What's up with Dennis? Okay, there we go. He's looking at his mates, just like, guys, what's the plan?
Forest sort of attempting to have, I guess, what's... I mean, sort of the longest running UMP for a while. I mean, usually... you don't survive much past the sort of the armorless rounds with the UMP.
Not an ideal situation though for Fnatic right now. Olofmeister sitting on 0 frags, so that's not exactly what you want to see for your entry man over here on the B site. Olofmeister usually just a huge threat, as we saw at DreamHack Winter. So they're waiting for him to wake up here. Fnatic, they really do need him to start landing those headshots.
Well, Dennis looking for the deagle kill here, and Xizt was literally just there, but not any longer. And he's going to be taking him out instead, so a little bit of a shame. Double kill for Xizt, though. Good start. And Fnatic, they need to do damage in these rounds. They got to kill a couple of kills in here, and there's going to be 1 for KRIMZ, but more is needed. 1 is not enough, and flusha will be alone. It is really important that they do some damage to NiP's economy. I'm not sure what kind of money NiP will have. We should definitely check up on that after the round here. flusha looking for a second one, not going to get it. Yeah. Look at that. Oh, God, 12,000 on almost 2 players there.
That's exactly what I was expecting. As far as he got so many kills with the UMP, he's held onto it this long. He hasn't spent any money on a rifle. He would definitely be at least above 10K. So no surprise to see him at 12. And friberg also with the MP9 kills. So we do see a lot of that bank disappear, and Forrest still holds on to the UMP. The only reason he does this is because he's playing at A apartments, right? He's playing A long, up close. I mean, it's a great situation if you have that UMP just because of how much armor pen it has. I mean, it can be lethal up close, but I mean, I would much rather just see him spend the money and get a rifle. If he goes into a retake situation with that SMG, it's not ideal.
Well, right now he's playing such a sort of a backup role anyway, because he's literally just holding long right now to make sure that no one is going that way. Like, he's not really doing anything. He's just there to spot people out. So in some ways, it kind of doesn't matter what rifle he has, because he's not been able to use it against anybody anyway. So yeah, he's going to be like the team bank at this point. Get right. Underhand flash goes through. Not really too much of an effect here. Xizt going to go for a quick peek, and good timing with the flashbang from his teammates as well. Gets the opening frag. Xizt doing very well on this bomb side at the moment. That's a huge position to be able to hold. And missed shot there. That's
going to be frustrating. And Get Right just has to keep his cool. Maintain his patience here. Nice shot there from Forrest. JW will finally find an entry, though, taking out Xizt. But Get Right, they still have no idea, Fnatic. And actually, they check. That's amazing. JW checks the angle close, and they get the kill on Get Right. They very well could have just jumped right over Get Right, assumed that nobody was there because Get Right hadn't made a peep up until then. Yeah. That is some presence of mind right there from Fnatic, and that could win them the round. Allu and Forrest are both so low on HP. 2-on-3 retake, but with so little health, it's definitely not an easy situation for them to get into here.
No, this shouldn't be winnable here for NiP. Just 1 bullet on either player, and they're going to be gone. Double for both KRIMZ and JW, and Forrest, well, he's going to try anyway. He stole the AK after killing someone over at long with that UMP, which is finally out of the game. So finally, Fnatic come into it with a bit of a round win here, but the money on NiP, maybe especially on Forrest, having saved that UMP for so long, is going to be able to furnish them a couple of buys here.
That's really incredible, though, from JW. So after that long into the confrontation, to still have the presence of mind to check up close to make sure that Get Right isn't playing close like that. Yeah, they actually spent all of their bank, Anders. 10,000, it's gone like that. Allu invests into an AWP, Forest as well. If he went for a full buy, that's upward of 7 grand, you know, he just spent in a single round. So that's how quick that money can go. But if you're getting kills, it's a worthwhile investment. Forest and Xizt, they start off strong, and Forest still alive. We'll see if he can actually hold out here.
We'll see. Dennis trying to find the opening. They've got the AWP up there on JW2. And Xizt playing in a different position, it seems, every time in this B bomb side here. Spray comes through, not quite connecting, but Forest is there. That's sort of a double artillery here in the bomb side. If only they had a grenade, they could get rid of allu very easily. But behind the statue there, he's not easy to reach with a rifle if he's not going to show himself. And why would he need to at this point in time? There's no real incentive for him to go and peek. Get right, coming in with the flank as well, getting the double spray down, and that's a round resetting Fnatic's economy. No bomb plant either. Things are looking bad right now for the supposed champions or favorites on this map.
This is where it gets really tense. Once it starts slowing down and it turns into a shooting gallery where you haven't been able to make it off a plateau and then you just have to land the shots. It's not an easy situation at all for Fnatic. And well, Fnatic are hoping to just try and get some control back in this. They go for the force bind, double AK, double Tech 9, flush it just with the straight Glock so he can afford to get a few more nades to work with. And they really haven't had much luck on this B site, but they continue to persist. They want to get out here and see if they can't make something happen. They've done a fantastic job of forcing a lot of nades out of NiP to begin with, though. So, I mean, they are creating some space here, Fnatic.
They are, and I mean, historically on this map, that's where all the action happens here on the B-bomb side. Almost no team has probably figured it out, and maybe this is one of those rounds. JW, Olof, and Dennis with a kill each Xizt in the back lines. He can't get a chance to reload. The sheer speed of it, and the bomb side is gone, and that's how this map usually plays out. I think that's why Fnatic keep going back to it. They know it's only a question of time. One entry frag, and it's going to go their way. And previously, the guy to get all the entries over there has been Xizt. So, yeah. Now let's see if Fnatic are going to continue, and if NiP could find a way out of it.
Well, easy shot there for Forest. But now they know. Now they know where he's playing from. But you're right, you're right. I think there was definitely some tension there on NiP's side. It seems like they were expecting some kind of rush because they really threw a lot of nades early on, nearly everything. In fact, before the minute 15 mark. So Fnatic, then they just have to hit that timing just right. They get out, they know they don't have to deal with any kind of flash or anything coming in their face. And it all goes well very quickly. So now the pressure is on here for NiP. I'm curious to see what kind of buy they can afford, considering they really tapped the bank in the round before last. They will actually manage to get a pretty reasonable one, even if Xizt has to go for a 5-7. But this is it, Anders. Backs are to the wall now for NiP. If they lose this round, Fnatic, they get a foothold in this first half.
9th round here. Pretty aggressive push once again, going towards the plateau, just trying to see if they can, again, force some grenades out of NiP. But allu going to be boosted up onto the plateau. Doesn't want to stay there for too much longer. Puts a grenade in, and Olof, he very nearly catches that one, but he gets the shot on allu. What a nice play. Gap in the smoke, and that's all he needed. And now Xizt going to play very close here, just with the pistol. No scope, not going to connect. Olof trying again, but he gets dropped, and friberg goes down. Get right with the double kill. And now it's a 3-on-3. Xizt going to go down instead, and Dennis, the one to pick up the kill.
He just tries to go YOLOing through. What is happening here? Forest charges in. Get right, tries to do the best that he can by dropping that bomb carrier, but a 1-on-3 situation. If he could have made it back around big box, Get right, there was a chance for him to come back into that round. Because you would, I mean, there are few people in the world you would want to be in that situation who have a high chance of actually pulling it off. But this opening right here, that's why that smoke is so dangerous. It's so hard for allu to spot that gap as well. From the other side, it just doesn't, it's so hard to spot anybody through it. But for olofmeister, you can see, looks clear as day.
Yeah, and what you've actually, if you guys were paying attention earlier in the game when Fnatic had some of those pistol ecos where they just had like deagles, something like that, Olof's actually been checking for that gap in the smoke almost every round. Like as soon as that smoke goes up, he sort of goes to check and see if it's there. So yeah, it's probably just a question of different sort of CT players throwing the smoke, and maybe some of them have like a bit of an inconsistent throw.
No, that's the smoke that he's throwing. That's the forward one that's up next to the boxes.
Oh, it looked to me like there was NiP that put it down in the beginning.
The one that NiP are throwing, they're banking that off the wooden box.
Oh, well, maybe Olof put it up mistakenly earlier then. I don't know. See,
regardless,
actually,
if NiP are throwing that smoke, that's a huge mistake on their part. They should not be
well, that's
throwing
what
it.
I thought it was. Someone should go back and check. Or maybe we can get the production crew to do it.
Replay.
Yeah, we could do the replay, maybe. It's worth knowing, and actually this brings up a valid point, something that we've been talking about for a while now, and I think I brought it up like early 2014 or something. You should have tinted smokes. There should be a thing in Spectator.
Yeah.
So you have like red and blue tinted smokes, because it does matter who puts down these smokes. This is a round where there's no armor for NiP, and Fnatic are doing a good job playing it very defensively and very safely. And, well, Olof has pretty much cleared out the B-bomb site, so knows that nothing's going on. friberg, already dead.
He just didn't know it. He just didn't know it yet. Murderers. Aye.
Well,
Now,
it's Fnatic coming back into this game, and it took them a while.
This is scary. This is happening a bit too early in the half as well, I think, for NiP. Because they're rattled after the end of Inferno, where they literally let that map slip through their fingers. They let Fnatic get back into it by playing passively, by playing scared. And, well, now for NiP to get challenged. I mean, 6 rounds is still an acceptable scoreline for CT on Cobble. I mean, 9-6 is all right. If you ended 8-7, you're still looking pretty good. But I'm sure that in their minds, they think we should actually be further ahead than this. We should be able to just shut them out. So there's definitely, well, oh, no. Oh, no, friberg.
Oh.
Go ahead, Anders. You can use your line.
Not this time.
Not this time. You're gonna have mercy. Okay. Well, that's very unfortunate.
I feel like it's even worse because he feels the smoke, right, and then goes right into getting shot in the face. No mercy at all.
I don't know if the smoke would have saved him because it happened so quickly.
Probably not. But it
still.
just feels worse, doesn't it?
It's like insult to injury, right?
Olaf is charging in here. Dennis is going to go down. Xizt will fall as well. And Olaf pushed up so far. Do they not realize that allu's at the backlines? I don't think they do now. They will. But he gets a shot on KRIMZ. JW is currently with a double kill, but he's also alone. And if NiP could just win this round, they might actually end up with a very good first half of the year anyway. JW takes down one. He knows that allu's back there somewhere. He's got 30 seconds. Gonna have to jump back here and get the bomb picked up, but it's not going to happen. allu with a double kill, and instead it's 7-4. And no bomb plant. And Fnatic, yeah, they've won a couple of rounds here, but it's also been close, and they've got to be careful now.
Yeah, that's when you're going to have a bit of a mixed situation. But, yeah, they do have just enough bank to get a full buy. Really nicely done. But that taps it all, as you guys can see. Both teams, actually. So this is one of those big swing rounds, the remaining 3 rounds and a half.
Yeah.
And so now, well, 4 rounds, basically, counting this one. And so whoever gets this is going to have a lot of closing power as far as the half is concerned, to just take control, end it strong. And Forest, it looks like first time in a long time now, he's going to get challenged over in these A halls.
Yeah, and he's got no backup either close by, so this is going to be all on Forest. He's got no grenades either. He has to just fight here. Can't really fall back too much unless he's... Well, yeah, he doesn't know if someone's down there, so he's going to be safe for the moment. Get right playing close to olofmeister, and he's going to get that shot with the Max 7. allu now showing up to try and help Forest out here. Now they might actually have a reasonable situation. allu taking down KRIMZ, going for the next shot as well, and Forest is hiding down there in middle. Still hasn't shown himself after falling back.
He's still waiting, and right now Dennis is wondering. He has to be wondering if he's gone back to slope. We lose JW, who was waiting and dropped to an excellent shot from friberg. And now the remaining 2 members here for Fnatic, they're going to have to take a risk, and this is it. Dennis decides to push through that smoke, and what a fantastic shot onto Xizt. allu is there to ruin the day for him, though, but that was a hell of an opening. 1v4 now, though, for flusha, and, well, he is the clutch player for Fnatic. He is the man you would want alive at the end, apart from Olaf, but 1v4 is a bit of a tall order, especially when you're just getting boxed in. So the key round goes NiP's way, and in a fantastic fashion as well, because they keep 4 players alive. So not only do they crush Fnatic's economy, no bomb plant for Fnatic, NiP now have a chance to really build some momentum, build some steam by having a little bit of bonus cash to burn. Yeah,
4 players this round. I think 3 players the previous round. AWP stays intact. They even buy another one, and that's going to make it 8-4 here. There's a real chance that NiP could finish this game, or finish this half at least 11-4. Fnatic even going for a bit of a force here with the double AK and Tech 9 armor, and this could definitely be a big risk.
This is scary. Yeah, this is really scary. But then it also seems like Fnatic, when they go for these quasi-buys, they're just scarily effective with them. They're very effective, so we have to see. friberg, it is going to come down on the timing again. Banks the smoke in, and this time he hits the shot. JW downed it. What is this? Triple kill for friberg. All of them headshots. Brutal defense. And Fnatic, again, they just ran right into the blender.
That did look very cool, especially I think the third kill looked like the recoil from the gun because he's moving as well. Should have been too much, right? So just this is, yeah, pretty incredible.
Yeah, the recoil hasn't even actually reset fully.
No.
He's just tapping it right into his face. What a shot. And yeah, and this is the desperation buy from Fnatic now. They realize, okay, pressure is on now, boys. We got to do it. We got to get something done. Tech 9s across the board, nades as well. And well, they are waiting out those anti-rush, but they are just going to get right in their face. olofmeister already going to be trying to set up the smoke. There it is. It goes down. Now he has that gap once again to play with here. But good timing on the incendiaries, and this time NiP, they do hold on to a bit more nades. They have a few more nades to work with.
Friberg going to be charging close as well. Look at the stack that's going on here for NiP. They've got everybody coming in, even a bit of a flank coming through, and Forest flanking with an AWP. Might be a little bit scary, but it's going to be working out just fine here for NiP as allu picks up a kill. Forest missing one shot, but he's going to get the second one. And the only thing we could say for Fnatic is the fact that they got the bomb down. Trapped in the corner is KRIMZ, and he's going to die.
Really not a whole lot that KRIMZ could do there, but
no,
they still get the bomb plant. Fnatic, that's the one silver lining.
Yeah, I think that's really the only thing that they've got going for them here.
Pressure is going to be on for NiP now. Man, it is crazy when you think about it, just how well now it's been so long. But then you're thinking there was a time when NiP, it was just, you would think, oh, they've got 11-4, they've got 10-5. Okay, this is it, it's done. But these days that you go into it, you're just like, okay, can NiP actually close this now? Can they just keep control of the situation? Because they've got an excellent scoreline here at the end of the first half. They have every advantage going into the second. It's all going to come down to the mental fortitude, essentially.
Yeah, if it goes to an 11-4 finish here, I really feel like NiP should be able to close it out. Xizt, also sniper in the back line here, and just keeps tapping away. Gotta be careful. I mean, olofmeister knows that position, and kind of a little bit of a battle there, but nobody really commits to it.
Super frustrating for olofmeister.
Look at this flank from Get Right.
Well, Forrest got the initial pick. And yeah, and then Get Right's just going to follow up on it. And, well, he's going to be so close to them. By the time they decide to execute, olofmeister will find Xizt in the end. Here's the push, but Get Right's going to be in right behind them so quickly here. He can go charging it if he wants. 3 versus 3, allu under fire. He's holding right on the edge of this smoke, but he makes the wrong decision. He has to watch for the flank. He's not going to get it. Luckily for them, Get Right is here, right on time. And it will be that 11-4 finish in the end, Anders.
Yeah. Yeah, Forrest and Get Right top fragging like it should be, really. So well done for NiP. 11-4. Fnatic took a long time coming back into the game. When they did, they won some consecutive rounds, and that was it. NiP took over again. And now you got to question a little bit what's going to happen from here on out, because if Fnatic obviously don't win the pistol round, then that just might be it. But even if they do, it's a long way back. This map, I mean, I'm curious to see if Fnatic are going to be as good at holding B as NiP was, because they did do a really good job. I think especially early on Xizt had some very critical rounds where he got a bunch of, like, even just a single opening on olofmeister on Plateau is very important.
It was like they're trying to pull a bit of a luminosity almost, except that their luminosity had that A split to rely on to shake things up, and they kind of held it in reserve as a threat. That was always there, right? Whether they'd go through drop into connector up onto A, that was Luminosity's ace card if the B execute didn't work. All they did, Luminosity, is just change up the timing, and it looks like, for the B execute, that is, and it looks like as far as Fnatic are concerned, they were trying to play off that same style, where it's just olofmeister on Plateau, everybody waiting, and then try and just charge in. Not even so much of an execute, is much more just like get in there and get the fight going. Might need a little bit more depth than that, and it looks like NiP were able to, demonstrate that to Fnatic to start. But now we get into the thick of things here in the pistol, the second half, and it's up to NiP now to just use actually the same strategy that Fnatic used against them in the pistol.
Olof, he's looking for some of those one-taps, but they're not really coming through for him. Flusha going to get one. Dennis there to help out as well, taking down friberg, and NiP dropping in numbers. They're trying to fight it back here, but it's going to be down to Get Right alone. Hiding in the smoke, but not for long. JW will be taking him out, and Fnatic winning a pistol round, looking comfortable as well, and that's going to be important. Oof.
Yeah, and that's going to calm things down over here on the NiP camp. They were looking like the spirits are getting lifted up a little bit there at the end of the first half, but what's really fascinating is just to see Forrest talking so much these days for NiP. In these pauses, in these breaks, it is Forrest just doing the majority of the talking, trying to figure out a solution here to deal with Fnatic. Like, what is the plan? Because they do go for a force buy NiP. No bomb plant. a few kills, so they do have a little bit more for the nades. And Xizt actually taking the hit, not going for the Kevlar in order to get that smoke and that Molotov.
Well, here comes the smoke. So they've got the initial setup, flashbangs to follow. Are they actually going to bring the bomb in here as well? Because they still got to drop back there, and the smokes are down on the ground, so they kind of need to move. Forest opening up on JW. This could be a huge round for NiP. If they could pick it up, that would wreck Fnatic. KRIMZ going to be taking down friberg and looking for a bit more get right with a bit of a refrag there. KRIMZ out of bullets and ends up going down as well. flusha, last man standing, 1 versus 3, and now would be an excellent time to clutch at the bomb. It's going to be planted here. flusha getting a double kill. NiP, why are they fighting before this bomb has been planted? There's no reason to. Giving flusha a really big opportunity here. And now still health advantage a little bit here for Forest. He's got the armor as well. Yorking around the corner, but flusha gets the 1-on-3 clutch, and that's going to be Fnatic. Probably feeling very good at the moment, and NiP with a very, very sloppy 1-on-3.
Broken. The morale on NiP's side now is going to be broken after that. That is an unforgivable round to lose. And I think we're going to get the replay here. But yeah, this first man, okay, Xizt gets caught out. Okay, but the challenge from Get Right, that's really surprising.
You could excuse Xizt by saying they might not have known where flusha could have been coming
but that's
from.
just timing. That just sucks. You're out in the open. Nothing you can do. But once they know...
Yeah. Just waiting until the bomb is down.
Oof. Well...
That makes us angry here at the studio.
Not angry, just...
I am angry.
You're angry, Anders?
Yeah.
Take a chill pill, man. I mean... It's just a frustrating thing that you're gonna have to actually hope that NiP can calm down and zero themselves in after that, because that is something that you just have to wipe from your memory. It never happened, and here we go. NiP once again charging out onto this site. JW holding close, pulling a bit of a get right with the swag 7. He's still alive as well, just barely makes it out of there. I spoke too soon. Forrest will find him in the end.
NiP, even with grenades towards the chicken coop at the back lines, that's very impressive. Forrest picking up 1 and a second as well. Actually, it's a triple kill for Forrest, but he's going to go down. And now it's down to the double tech 9s here. allu getting a 1 headshot in, which means KRIMZ alone in a 1-on-2. And allu has the bomb. If he goes down, it's going to be trouble. He's going to finally be able to put the bomb down. KRIMZ trying to fight here, drops friberg, and now he's got the triple. He's looking for the quad kill clutch here against allu, and 1 bullet is all it's going to take. And allu's just trying to hide behind here. KRIMZ going to pick it up. Another clutch here for Fnatic. These rounds are so close. And Fnatic are just barely winning them. But with the bomb plant, NiP probably going to be buying in this next round. And if they do, then Fnatic's economy is so low already.
Exactly. It's just they're on a knife's edge right now. But KRIMZ, he stepped it up on Inferno for Fnatic, and it's good to see him just continuing that kind of level here, at least on the CT side. Quad kill clutch in the end, really holding his own. But it does seem like right now the fixed strategy for both of these teams, pistol round was identical on the T side, and then the main strats seem identical as well. Go towards that B site, put the pressure on. Although I say that, and now NiP are showing some variety. They're heading over to the A side of things, Anders.
Well, I mean, it is what Cobblestone is, you know. It is about being able to sort of get onto that B-bomb side and try and sometimes come up with like some clever flashes or something like that. You know, that smoke towards chicken coop was a really good idea. Easy enough to set up, I expect. So just the grenades are what makes a large part of this map. Speaking of which, great grenade from flusha there.
Yeah. Really impressive. Nice angle there from Olof. He wins in that trade. Follow-up flash. He gets some tag in on Forrest as well. Forrest going to catch him reloading, though. Split second too fast for olofmeister to react. And now NiP, they can go charging onto this A site. Early rotation from Dennis, though, is actually going to be beneficial here for Fnatic. He's already at the back of the site. He's going to come down to flusha getting in close with that Xizt, and he will take out 1.
A nice little lurk there from, was that Get Right? Yeah, Get Right with the Galil taking down the 1 player trying to push up. Now Dennis in the bomb site going to get shot down by allu. This is a big round for NiP, and this time it was a 1-on-4, and they do win it. And Fnatic's economy, because of the last 2 rounds, is so bad. I don't expect they can buy right now, and that's going to put NiP at 12 rounds with another 4 to go for the victory here. Fnatic under quite a bit of pressure right now.
Yeah, they really don't have much room for error after how close that first round, or how close to the finish line that first half was for NiP. They win 1 round, they're up to 12. So Fnatic, yeah, they go for the hard eco here. They can't afford to go for a quasi-buy, go for a double eco. That would let NiP get too close to the goal. So Fnatic, they need to go for a hard eco here and then hope that they can do some damage, go for the buy in the next round and see what's possible. they're going to they have to stop NiP at 13. They have to give themselves a little bit of a buffer. And wow, yeah, this is full bully mode coming out here from NiP. They're just charging in, looking for a fight. They know what's up. They know that Fnatic don't have much money. And Dennis showing that you can do anything. Anything is possible. Even with the USP, you can get frags.
Yeah, and it's great because they're sending the Tech 9 in first, or sorry, the Mac 10 in first. JW will get a frag though, and olofmeister going to go down in the corner there. Friberg now, a bit of a shooting gallery, trying to see if he can pick up anybody else, but this should again be NiP's round. Dennis and KRIMZ, they just don't have the equipment and also the lack of armor. So, I'm pretty decent to be getting the 2 kills, but I mean, you're right. NiP using the Mac 10s to charge in and just clearing out the bomb site.
And GetRight knows. Yeah, he's going to get rewarded for his patience. Nothing really KRIMZ could do there. He was boxed in. And now we have to see what Fnatic have in store for us here. This is the key round. This is the make or break moment. And they're looking focused. They're looking dialed in, NiP. So it is going to come down to these guys here and what they have in store. And yeah, it is going to be a reasonable buy in the end. They're double shotty, that is kind of cutting it close. But then JW, he always goes for the shotgun. No surprise there. olofmeister, he's also competent with it. 3 rifles to complement these. And now it's NiP just going right back over towards B. Nice nade on the GetRight, though, and that's going to drop him down to 40 HP. So Fnatic, they're still in this. If JW can go for the jump shot, it could get nasty.
A lot of grenade training in JW. He's done wonders with this Max 7 in the past. He's going to have to try and do it again here. Dennis picking up the 1 headshot on Xizt, and Forrest jumping down, not checking the... Well, there's the check in the corner. I thought for a moment they'd skipped it, and JW goes down. So Forrest and GetRight are low on health in the bomb. Well, they are behind the statue. Looks like, no, they're not going to be able to put it down. Dennis with an important frag.
GetRight not taking an aggressive enough angle there. Allows for Dennis to get up and deny that plant. And now a 3-on-3. 3-on-2 as KRIMZ finds Forrest. Dennis clicks away GetRight. And it's going to be down to friberg now. 1v3 now. 1v2 as he finds Dennis out in the open. But once he challenges that angle, KRIMZ is there to stop him. Vugo already talking, basically trying to... well, reinforce whatever the hell happened there. The mindset. It's all about the state of mind right now for Fnatic. Hold on. I mean, we're going to get a little bit of a repeat here. This is fantastic work from Dennis. If GetRight gets the kill onto Dennis, there's a way back into it for NiP.
Yeah, definitely. I think Dennis frag picking off the bomb that was being put down there is very, very important.
And GetRight was watching the angle as well. He just needed to take 1 step to the left. But then he might have been... he's probably thinking, I'm exposed to drop if I do that.
Oh,
but,
nice idea.
Yeah, nice idea, trying to get in there with the auto shotty. Going for a bit of a Chris J.
I like it, especially in the sense that that he was sort of running through the Molotov, right? So could have caught somebody there, but now it's 13-8. It's a 5-round difference, and because of the economy on NiP isn't going to be great. Not that Fnatic's is especially good either, but it means that this gap can close. This is a game that's still favoring NiP, but it's not a heavy advantage right now.
Nice spot by Olaf there. Spots moving from NiP, incendiary there to buy even more time. 50 seconds left though, so NiP, they still have a little bit to work with here. It's not the end of the world. And Fnatic still fairly light on the nades, but there's Olaf. Flash in, completely ineffective. Basically signaling to NiP that somebody's close, and they do trade effectively, but it's still a man advantage here for Fnatic, and they've begun the rotation over to the A side as well. 2 players holding close. Flusha again with that Xizt 75, gets the first kill. He's so lethal with this pistol, and he doesn't even get the second because Dennis is too quick for him. Dominant round here for Fnatic.
Not really Olaf's best game so far. I mean, he's at 7 kills here, but what I do like, I mean, just some small details that Olaf incorporates into his game, but he actually walks into the corner to put that flashbang out, and it's obviously not meant as a pop flash, because he doesn't even try and peek behind it, and it's not a particularly effective flashbang either, but what it does do is it shows NiP that he's in the corner. So instead of going into the corner, he actually flanks back into the middle, so he's in a complete off angle, and you can sort of even tell that NiP weren't expecting that, so he gets the initial frag. There's like very, very small details that are kind of impressive to watch, actually. So anyway, Olaf trying to see if he can get himself back in the game here, picking up another kill against an unarmored Forest.
And well, JW not with the AWP. You hear it go off, but it's flusha pulling the trigger. And nice shot there from KRIMZ. He's going to get the follow-up as well. Turning into the shooting gallery once again. If you can't get past that little lip, that little wall, it really is... it's not pretty what happens, Anders. Give him a teddy bear.
That wall literally is like getting out of the trenches,
Now you get once you make that jump over, then you're in that crossfire. If there's still some... this is something that I want to unsee. Why is this being done to me? Why did I see that? I need some eye bleach.
That's, you know, is especially shocking because we literally just had a thread on HL TV saying that Sadicus might be a lesbian, so I don't know. I'm wrecked. I've been derailed at this point. Beautiful though, good production value, I guess.
HL TV
I do love
delivers
it.
once again.
Only at Fragbite, ladies and gentlemen. You have to appreciate that this is only possible here, which is why we love it. JW is going to be pushing through the smoke, but GetRight jump through on the other side and takes him out. KRIMZ goes down. Oh no, Fnatic, this is not a round they can afford to lose. If they might actually seriously consider saving if they can't get the next couple of kills very quickly here, because otherwise they're going to be in a world of trouble. Allu with a mid-air headshot there. Dennis takes down one, but he's now trapped behind this wall. He actually sprays through and very nearly gets the kill, and he's going to be able to walk out on the other side. It's a 2-on-2 now with the gut grenade landing in the back lines here.
They need to find the angle. There's still a man alive. That's friberg holding on plateau, just waiting for Dennis to come in and peek. GetRight not daring step out. Instead, it's going to be the point-blank flight, and again, flusha lands the shot. Xizt, he's got the kit. He's on that diffuse, and friberg has to hit the angle just right, and he sprays around him! He sprays around him. friberg, that's heartbreaking.
Can we get that in, like, super slow motion, like Top Gear level slow motion? I want to see how much of an outline that was, right?
This isn't the Looney Tunes. You're not supposed to do that.
What is this?
Ah.
One of them is right in front of his head, I'm sure. And that's... Oh, my God.
Ah. The pain.
Oh, my God. That's... Even watching it in slow motion, still pretty intense. All right, well, NiP looked for a moment like they were going to really speed it up here, but now they're sort of slowed down behind there again, going for the same setup, really, at 13-11.
Yeah, just rinse and repeat, change up the timing. Looks like they want to hit it a little bit faster this time, get in fast. And JW in a bit of an off spot. He hasn't really used this one. And NiP, they do check. GetRight checks the corner, make sure that JW isn't lurking, and Xizt finds Dennis. This is where it starts to fall apart. This is where it gets a little dicey for Fnatic. They need to get a kill fast, but friberg's in position to catch the rotation. He's going to pick up the first man, and Forrest will be there to pick up the second. And now that leaves it down to flusha in a 1v4, and even for him, it's a bit of a tall order. He's got to lift. And it's not going to happen. GetRight is not interested.
That was a nice peek from the back line, and GetRight doing pretty well at 22. Forrest at 29 kills in 26 rounds. He's about to be dropping a 30 bomb here, and I mean, I have to say, the way that Forrest has been playing so far today here has been really magical.
Eye-opening.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, this is when NiP win. It's just when Forrest and GetRight are sitting at the top of the scoreboard.
Yeah.
You know, allu desperately fights, and more often than not, he's sitting at the top. But unless Forrest wakes up, unless the Swedes, the legends, step into play.
In terms of utilizing their players the best on NiP, so you have to appreciate that it has to be like GetRight and Forrest to do a lot of that fragging. Well, now Fnatic trying to make a last stand here. They've obviously forced it up. They've got the 2 M4s. They've got the M4A1 on KRIMZ and some pistols behind that. friberg very nearly stabbing olofmeister with the AK, but it's going to be a lot of return frags. Double for JW. Dennis with a double kill and actually triple kill for Jesper at the end. So quite an impressive round for Fnatic. Looked like it was going to start very badly, but it didn't. And now the question is, can Fnatic bring this one back and actually win it? They were sort of predicted by everybody to be winning Cobblestone.
Of course.
And now, I mean, they've got to show that they can.
When I see that round, though, look at how friberg was. I mean, yes, the first kill was impressive, but it's just like, take a deep breath, man. Deep breath. You know, don't give in to the pressure. And that's what it felt like there from NiP, just trying to run in there and force the issue, right? You can't force it. You still have to, you know, just take the job methodically. Because getting into that force sort of situation, that's just what Fnatic are waiting for. They are the ones who are under the pressure. They're feeling it. And in that sort of situation there, you can see it. Dennis just slaughters them. And flusha up close again with that CZ. And he's still alive somehow if he actually gets this kill. Unreal. How does he do that?
I have no idea, but this push is going to be really weird for NiP. They've got to constantly worry about what's behind them now, and they end up dropping the bomb in the A bomb site while Forrest is hiding here by the vents. This is a very strange round that should be Fnatic's. GetRight will be getting the kill on JW though, and Forrest sneaking out. He sprays down. flusha goes for the kill again here with the AK. Hits the headshot on olofmeister, and now it's down to KRIMZ. Forrest has got to be a magician at this point. This is some true wizardry coming out, and KRIMZ alone. Xizt jumping down, maybe making not enough noise, I think, for KRIMZ to hear it. It could have been, though. And he's looking the wrong way as well. With that bomb being planted, this is going to be a very tough clutch.
How did they actually succeed in dodging each other like this? Xizt will be the man to get the advantage in the end. He spots out KRIMZ, but it's not looking good for KRIMZ, and it's not going to happen. They needed to get... KRIMZ is attempting to get a third kill there. Just basically kill a third NiP member to force them into an uncomfortable economic situation in the next round, but he wasn't able to succeed this time. This is just unholy, though. How does flusha live? And then he even gets the kill. Insult to injury.
Man, for his 31 kills. What a time to step it up. 15-12. We need 3 rounds in a row here for Fnatic to get us into overtime, or otherwise NiP will have 2 big upsets today. SK beating XTSM and NiP beating Fnatic. Both of them in best of 3s. Both of them on LAN. It'll definitely be a very interesting day of Counter-Strike. Obviously, leading into tomorrow, we've got the consolidation match and obviously the finals as well. Yeah, XTSM is out and the rest are still in.
Yeah, that's what's really crazy. This is still upper bracket. So Fnatic, even if they lose this, they're not out of the tournament yet. They just dropped down to face off against SK. XTSM out of it, though? That was definitely a bit of a surprise. But more of an interesting story for us because SK, we'll have to see what they're capable of tomorrow. And right now, NiP have just, yeah, exactly. They hit the perfect timing to get in here, drop the smokes, and effectively lock Fnatic out of this bomb site.
Especially with 2 people lurking behind. It means if the bomb goes down, then those people can sort of drop in, which you can tell Get Right already has. Walking in here with the AK in hand, and KRIMZ missing a couple of shots here. This is not looking good. NiP, 3 kills now, 2 kills away, and that's going to be it. They defeat Fnatic on 2 maps out of 3. What a day it's been. They end up winning on a cash. They lose on Inferno, but only really barely, 16-14, and they win on Cobblestone.
They look like they don't even believe it, though. It's crazy.